Hello there, my name is Ishtari, and last week was double XP. I spent most of the week just flitting around Gillinor doing different things, but I ultimately managed to get 110 crafting. Over the weekend, I finished off 14 of my remaining 16 hours of double XP time, picked up 110 fishing, and then went and did a bunch of wood cutting. Got to 111 on that, but levels aren't really the thing that I was looking for by going to woodcutting. I needed the logs. But enough of last week. Let's talk about this week. It's time that I go ahead and start making the push towards 120 archaeology and 120 slayer. I've got some animating to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the archaeology. Pretty sure that I have enough resources or materials to get through all of this, so let's see here. Yep, I had enough. Let's get this turned in. And there we go. There are all those turned in. I guess now I go back to Damonheim or other places and get the materials that I need, because I have like 20 some odd relics from the Damonheim Traveler's Station area. I actually haven't got any animation work done today. NANI? And I'm a bit upset by that. But the reason for that is because I talked about it a little bit last week, but I am at the section that I've been dreading ever since I've wrote this script. And I'm dreading it because I can't create the custom assets that I would need to have to fully tell the story that I'm wanting to tell. There are places that we have in our world that just don't exist in game, and my skills aren't up to snuff. So I'm not able to create those places. At least not yet. Maybe in the future I'll be able to get around to doing that, or, you know, get the help from other people to be able to do that, or, you know, something. But that is not at this time. So it's kind of been a little bit of a mental block where I don't really want to animate this scene now as it would have been back in the day. But that's really the only option. And the story that I would be telling wouldn't necessarily match what's on screen, which is kind of annoying to me. And I mean, the other option is just going the lazy route and having Jictor still sitting at the desk telling the story with images coming up on screen every so often. And I don't really like that either. So, like I said, bit of a mental block, but I am trying to get it done. I've already downloaded the assets that I would need to animate it out as it would have been back in the day. It's just taking me time to get to that point and reconciling it in my head, I guess. I apologize for not being very talkative this week. It's Thursday, and this video is like 5 minutes long at this point. But I've been busy AFKing at resource or material caches and working on the animation for the scene that I've been dreading this whole entire time. It has taken an incredibly long time to even get it set up, and I'm really stupid because I didn't actually make any of the changes to the poses or anything like that. So when I made one tiny little change, it reset everybody's poses, and now I have to go back through and well, as you can see, everybody is T-posing again, except for Jictor, who is still half T-posing. So now I have to set these people all back up and make sure to actually do keyframes when I make the changes instead of just not doing that, meaning none of the changes get saved. I don't know if you can tell, but I am rather annoyed by that, especially since it took so long to even set up in the first place. I got it all set back up again, and it didn't take nearly as long as the first time. So now I've actually got to start doing animation. I honestly should have known that this would take a very long time to gather a bunch of resources and all that fun stuff. That is done for now, though. I should be able to easily get at least 15 of each of the artifacts restored. So I'm going to start with the needles, go from there. I've managed to get quite a bit of the animation done ever since I got the areas all fixed up. And I got it done pretty quickly, surprisingly. I'm not anywhere near done with animating the whole scene, but all of it should be playing up on screen right now. A lot of it is different camera angles of the same thing. And this is part of why I was kind of dreading doing this animation part, because I just knew that it was going to be a lot of work and trying to figure out where I could have, you know, different camera angles and everything be. But the very good thing is that in the future, I will be able to reuse a lot of the animations from within the library and stuff. So the only things that I'll really have to animate are if I need, you know, an extra animation in the library and the big stuff. So I'll be able to put all my effort into animating the big stuff. And that I'm actually kind of looking forward to, because I won't dread it quite as much if all I have to really worry about is the big stuff and then, you know, going from there. It's all very simple for right now. I'm still learning my way around Blender and learning how to do things, but I'm hoping that in the future I will really be able to expand my knowledge and expand how good it looks and all that fun stuff, because, you know, that's kind of the point. You want to get better, right? You don't want to just stay the same. There is a level, though. Finally, I feel like that should have happened quite a bit sooner, but I had to gather like 2,500 of 5 different materials, and then I went off to Damonheim so I could actually get some work done and maybe, you know, get some more artifacts and materials to do, so I didn't have to do as much later on. No excuses, but that took much longer than I thought it would take. Like I really shouldn't be that surprised, because I mean, it was a lot of work. It's just I don't remember archaeology. What? I don't remember archaeology being this slow. I could have swore it was much faster than this back in the day. But I guess, you know, that's kind of the low-level thing. It starts off leveling really fast and then just gets slower and slower. XP curve and all. I hadn't really noticed the creep of the XP curve until this week. Because it isn't like I, you know, would just sit there for a super long time before I got back to it, which is what I normally do when I'm AFKing. But probably also explains the lack of getting animation work done, huh? But I'm glad that I've managed to pop that level. And it looks like I'm running out of resources or materials. Dang, that kind of sucks. Well, at least I'll be able to do 21 turn-ins of each. Or 21 turn-ins of the collection. Which is 21 Tetra Compass pieces, which I like to see, actually. I really like to see those. I got a lot of those and a lot of the tomes during all this excavating too, so that's helpful. I'll have to worry about the Tetra Compasses later on, though. I'm going to try and get to 120 before I go through them all again. Let's see how many of these ones I can get through. Looks like none of them. I also got another piece of Ballarat sash brush, so that's also cool. Work on the second one. I can sell that when I complete it. I'm gonna turn these in, and then I think it's time for a little bit of Slayer. I'm gonna finish this video off with some Slayer. Maybe head off to a boss. I'm not entirely sure who yet. Try and make some money because I need money. I need money. So what I've decided is that for the next double XP, I've heard rumors of the possibility of like a little bit of makeup time for the double XP that happened just last week, or well, 2 weeks ago now. They're talking about maybe giving some makeup time. A JMod was floating it in the Discord, apparently. So, if that's so, that little bit of double XP, I'm probably going to go off to do some rune crafting. But the actual next double XP after that, I want to try and work on getting fletching and fire making to 110, both of them. And then do whatever with my extra time, you know? Amazing how talkative I am after my week of silence. Up to 7 complete Tetra Compasses. And another 100,000, what are these called? Chronotes. So I've got almost 1 million now. Kind of funny, I had to buy some at some point, and now I have just like a surplus. And actually opening my currency pouch reminds me that there is that bee event going on right now. And I haven't really checked it out. I've been collecting the nectar, but I haven't really checked it out. So let's go talk to the person, see if there's anything I need to do, or if I can just turn in this nectar and not interact with it in any other way. Always down for cool cosmetics. Yeah, so I can just turn in. I've got 5 out of 10. The rewards now. That's pretty cool. I like that. Now I'm gonna go do some Slayer.
And now for something completely different.
Got a couple tasks done. Realized that I totally forgot to check on all this last week. So I don't want to miss it this week as well. Not 100%, but I'll send it anyways. And you know what? Let's go ahead and keep the Slayer going and get a Reaper task instead of deciding where I want to go. I am not going to the Dagonoth Kings. I'm going to pass on that. And I get to choose. Great. You know what? I'll just go to Arax. Not a damn thing, except for a couple of onyxes and a Trisk piece. But I'm a pet chance this. Nope. I would really like to apologize for most of this video taking place over the course of 2 days. It's not what I meant to happen, but it is what happened. So I'm sorry, but that will do it for this episode. As usual, if you like this episode, feel free to do that. If you felt the opposite way, you can do that as well. while you're down there, why not comment or even possibly subscribe? I would really appreciate it. I know that these videos are all kind of low effort, the logs are, but I am really working hard in the background, and I promised the role-playing video is coming. And there will be more on the way after that. Already said it, but this is all kind of laying the groundwork for future role-playing videos, so that way I don't have to obsess over the animation quite as much and I can just get work done. Of course, that doesn't stop me from obsessing over the script for them. You can also follow me over on X, but until next time, happy games.
Bye, have a great time.